Oh, he tried it.
No. No, I don't think I will.
Before we get into the video, I'm just gonna go ahead and give my 2 cents on 2 points in this video that Nate goes over that I feel I need to like hammer home to anybody that's watching this from an outside perspective. If you guys want to get both sides of this argument, I'm gonna put a link in the description to Curtis's video from his tribe mate that he signal boosted. I'm doing the same thing for Nate because he's my boy. I want everybody to be able to formulate their own opinions. But one, if you take anything from a tribe that isn't yours and isn't expressly offered to you when leaving a tribe, you incited. It doesn't matter how much you took. It doesn't matter whose imprinted tame it was. If you weren't told you could have it and you took it, you incited. This isn't just my opinion. This is the opinion of the majority of players. This is the opinion of any unofficial server that has a rule about inciting. It's not even an argument, so I don't understand why we're having it. 2, virtue signaling and trying to put people on blast for saying racial slurs when there's literally clips of people that you play with saying those same racial slurs, and probably clips of you yourself saying those same racial slurs, is disgusting. And the fact that a person who is white would try and make that kind of argument and like virtue signal to people of color when people of color in the tribe that they're talking about had no issue with it is just abhorrent and gross. Anyways, this is going to be a little bit of a weird episode. I'm just going to go ahead and show Nate's video. I'm going to edit it a little bit because there are a couple things that are said in the video that, you know, I don't want to put on my channel. Namely, there's a couple of spots where Nate puts clips in of people saying the N-word. So I'm going to go ahead and edit that out for you guys. But other than that, go ahead and check it out. I'm going to be having a normal upload here in the next couple days, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
What's up? This is Nate.
What's up, gamers? It's Nate back from the dead. Today's video is a way different video than usual. I know y'all have seen Ardo's and Shane's video on how we got incited mid-raid, so I wanted to touch on it and give more context on the whole situation from my POV. Before I begin, I want to clarify that this is strictly my own opinion on the matter from my own POV, so Shane and Ardo have nothing to do with what I'm saying. Okay, so basically, we start before we wiped the ice cave in my video. Since Zilla knows that Ark is a toxic game, he told us in the Discord voice chat that he doesn't care if we joke around in Discord with each other since it's a friendly banter between the tribe, but we are not allowed to say anything racist towards any enemies. I will touch on this a little more in a bit, but just know that this was clearly stated to us in the call. Zilla knows I have said this in the past when I was in Dark Legacy Smalls with them while I was playing on Crystal Isles. He scolded me about it during the time, which is why he stated it in the Discord voice chat. This was the first time he set down the rule to us, and since I can follow rules, I haven't said anything since he said that when we started out in official. So then we get to Ice Cave Raid, where LA Mana jumped their wall and said Ching Chong wall gone, after their wall went down. As stated before, we were told not to say such things to or about enemies. After the raid was over, Zilla talked with LA, telling him that he knew about the rule and that he was going to be kicked for it. As the screenshot says, Zilla was going to kick LA because of him being racist towards the enemy, but was going to let him keep his tames after we neutered and spayed them. He even told him he could finish raising his tames that were almost done before he was going to be kicked. During this time, me and Ardo felt it was a bit unfair for Zilla to go ahead and kick LA right away, like I show here. I let Zilla know it was unfair because at the time I didn't know LA knew about the rule because I wasn't paying attention to what was in the Discord call when Zilla first laid down the ground rules, but the screenshot before shows that he did. But after a little convincing from me and Ardo, Zilla allowed LA to stay in the tribe and work his way up to getting admin back. So now we get to the accusations of Zilla being a racist in the tribe. I want to make this clear. Number 1, like LA said, Zilla was saying stuff in Discord. 2, as me being Mexican and Ava being half black, we fully know Zilla says these things like that in Discord to us because we know he's just making friendly banter. We have both given him permission to mess around with us like that and say those words that we actually get discriminated by in the real world. He also has told us multiple times that we have full power to tell him to stop saying those words in a friendly manner to us or in Discord calls and chat if we ever feel the need to. As well as this, the little white boy who doesn't get affected by any of those words in the real world, who's accusing Zilla of being racist, has also said those words he's calling Zilla out for in tribe calls. So he isn't one to talk about that. Including those personal Discord chats like he did is not something I want to do even for a scenario like this. So I'm going to keep that out, but if I ever need to in the future, I will show those. I will also include the fact that Ark is a very toxic game and there's no tribe that will not say those kinds of words even if they are playing around or not. For example, the tribe he decided to join has said those words in calls as shown here in Curtis's videos.
Oh, that gig is bloody.
We need to work as a group.
Yeah. Oh, bro, we're fucked. I'm getting freezed by
There's so
300.
Move the whale, move the whale. No one on whale, please, move the whale. I'm stuck.
Yo, Nick! Hyper, what the fuck is your chat? Why I get banned?
What?
I get banned for nothing!
The whale, hello?
So after the Ice Cave raid, we continued on as normal. Then one of our friends in tribe named Murph took a break from Ark. This was his first break from the tribe, which was fine, nothing else was talked about. Not long after that first break, Murph had to take yet another break because he got COVID. He wasn't unofficial for around half a week since he got COVID on the 26th of October and didn't come back to play till the 30th of October. During this time for a few days, Murph was playing Elite Arc with Bam. After playing with them for a few days, he didn't want to play anymore and wanted to come back and play official instead. With this being Murph's second break in a short time, Zilla wanted him to wait a few days to actually make sure he wanted to come back and play. He also wanted him to enjoy his time on Elite Arc with the PvP he wanted to have as shown in the screenshot. With this, I was getting annoyed with Zilla possibly taking things a little too far at the time, so after talking over with Zilla, we came to an agreement that Murph should think it over and make sure he wants to join and enjoy his time. Looking back on this situation, I understand why Zilla was upset with Murph because he was trying to lie about stuff he was doing to make himself look better. Like with him not doing his mana breeder job like he wanted to, but then saying he didn't know he was mana breeder. After coming with the agreement of waiting 2 days with no rolls, but still being able to play, I let Murph know like in these screenshots. As you can see, with this small of a punishment, Murph didn't want to accept it even after everything was settled. Even after everything was settled with 2 days with no rolls but still being able to play, Murph decided to call out Zilla in general and potentially destroy him playing after I talked to Zilla about it. But Zilla, being the adult in the situation, took nothing from it and ignored what he said and let him stay in tribe. After this, we also wanted our friend Name to join again after taking a break from playing official after getting betrayed by police when we first started out. After convincing Zilla to start a vote in the admin chat, the vote to let Name in the tribe won, and I told him I would take Name under my vouch. During this time, a group consisting of me, Assassin, LA, Name, Murph, Moist, Yellow, Uplay, and Jock were bouncing around ideas of leaving the tribe. With this, we made a new Discord and sat in the Discord whenever we were playing so we didn't have to sit in a call with everyone else. During this week of everything happening, Zilla made the rules that there will be no memes in general chat. He stated it multiple times to everyone as shown, and this is where the old screenshot of Murph taking it too far came out, with Zilla not paying any mind to what he's saying. With this rule set, in our group, we decided it would be funny to be smartasses about the rule and post a meme in meme channel about what's going on in general and link the meme channel in general. We did this multiple times, and within the next day of making the separate Discord, my admin was removed on SE for encouraging the smartassery. After this, the thought of leaving came even more with the whole group, even after discussing everything with Zilla and getting my admin back. The same day I got my admin removed, which was on the 9th of November, Sentinels came and countered a fob on our server. They came without us even asking, and we had fun with them after they pushed them off. We played around with each other in game chat and even got a group photo of both tribes in front of our church. With this, we came with the idea of becoming soft allies with Sentinels, which worked out for little. Since we became friends with people in Sentinels, I took this opportunity, along with the rest of the group, to ask to join them. As you can tell by the screenshot, we didn't get to join, but we were offered to go on griefs with them. After us not being able to get in right away, I made the decision to allow the group to move into the personal base me and Assassin were going to make if they helped us farm and build it. This was the main breakaway from the group though. Although they were happy with the idea of having our own personal base to stay away from everything and everyone else, the only ones that actually did anything for it was me and Assassin. Anyone who knows me knows that I farm. I only farm. But I also hate when people don't put in effort and farm when they are needed to and only leech off of the farmers. With them not trying to put any effort into helping us, even though they liked the idea a lot, made me kind of think back to why I was in the group to begin with. The same day Sentinels came over and helped us, Murph decided to take his third break, but this time letting me know he doesn't want to play anymore and to remove him and to keep his tames. Over the course of that day, I kept thinking back on the whole situation with the groups and why I was mad at Dark Legacy and why I wanted to leave it. I didn't even fully know why myself. I looked back and saw how childish I was being by actually taking offense to anything that happened. Like, even looking back at it now, I can hardly remember why I was mad, which just proves how small and childish the thing I was mad about was. A few days after this, when Moist leaked the Discord to Ardo, he tried talking to me about the situation. From his understanding, he was still under the assumption that I wanted to leave, but with both of us talking and both of us pointing out how childish the whole situation is, I made my decision to cut my ties with the group to avoid any further manipulation. With coming to this understanding and realizing what kind of uprising could get started if I was to keep Name and Murph in tribe, as they were trying to bring other members with them if they were to leave. I have the screenshots of them trying to persuade others to join, but I won't show them since they aren't mine. and the member doesn't want to be included into this. And as I stated before, I don't include personal shit. So as the screenshot shows, I decided to remove my vouch for Name and kick both Name and Murph to prevent any further riot. Since we realized that Name and Murph were the root of everyone feeling the way they did in that group, I thought nothing of the rest. So after kicking Name and Murph, I went and quickly grabbed their tames so I can neuter and spay them. While waiting for all the tames to wake up after throwing them out, I went to go play Call of Duty Cold War with Blizzard. While playing COD, Murph and Name grew impatient and Murph kept spamming everyone and threw a fit in general. While he was throwing the fit in general, him and Name came over to our cave and constantly ran into our turrets to get us to notice them. Because of them throwing the fit and me not wanting to deal with them anymore, the admins voted to not give them their tames back and turning the tames to FFA for tribe use. Keep that in mind. The tames are now tribe owned. So November 19th comes around and our TP is attacked by Sentinels. At the time of the famous out of context picture, we did not know it was ex-Sentinels members who were the ones attacking. So LA took this opportunity to take that out of context screenshot and send it to Sentinels. Keep in mind he was turned down to join the tribe like the rest of the group had beforehand. But as you guys seen in Shane's video, the out of context screenshot doesn't show that we quickly realized it was ex-Sentinels members who were attacking us and not the real tribe. But since LA sent that screenshot to Sentinels, this is where our soft ally and friendship with them ended. The next day on November 20th, we are attacked by Sentinels' main tribe because of that out of context screenshot. I was sleeping when it first started, but LA and Yellow both being in tribe still helped defend for about an hour before they both went ghost. This is where I come in and ask where everyone is who is in MVC. We say in try chat to join call to those not in it, and I also make an announcement in our Discord. So a few others who weren't in call join, but still we hear nothing from LA and Yellow. Since I knew LA and Yellow were part of their group, I got very sus of them. I'll play the clip of what happened. This is from Ardo's POV, since I was more worried about getting the situation under control rather than making sure to clip.
Why isn't LA in the chat?
I don't know.
He switched sides.
I don't like that.
Nor do I.
Is Yellow here too?
Nope. He's in the game, but no
Yeah,
yellow.
I don't like
Call earlier.
Yeah, he was, but he left too.
What do you think we should do about that, Ardo?
Not sure.
I don't trust that LA and Yellow aren't in the call, man. I really don't.
Someone should transfer over to Aberration and kick him for a second because they're not in the call.
Well, that might
Okay.
just make might make it
Yeah,
worse.
that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because
But, like,
LA often is out
He
of
can
call.
respawn. Yeah,
think-
but no, not.
I think
for
that
something
might
like
make
that.
it
You can
worse.
add them if you have to, but just like, what are they doing? Like,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's not responding. LA's on Ab. Do I kick him?
Is he actively playing there, or is he AFK?
He's. I don't know. Let me see.
I thought he was on here.
If
Yeah, it's
I don't,
so too.
if he's grabbing stuff or something, like dinos.
All of his dinos are basically on here. Let's go see.
I don't see his character anywhere. But he's on.
Rated.
Yeah, I am trying to.
Can you put some fence supports down there?
Kick him. Kick him. Kick him. Kick
Okay.
him.
I am.
Kick Yellow too.
Okay. Okay.
Yellow is right here. I don't know.
Kick him. LA took all of his tames out of here. Kick him.
He did.
Did he die?
No. He wasn't in that base. I didn't see him anywhere.
There is no questioning about it. They were here and then they were AFK, and all the nerfs name stuff started happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, got this as well.
Scummy as fuck.
So as you can see, LA and Yellow both got their tames out of SE. LA took tames out of the FFA fridge and also went and grabbed his tames on Ab. I went to Ab to kick him, but he was nowhere to be seen in his base and his tames were gone. LA saw me join the server and decided to go to the surface entrance to transfer out. The thing is, since what he did was not wrong and not considered inciting in his eyes, why didn't he transfer out at our base? Why was he running from me? He wasn't on SE when we kicked him, so how could he have known we were going to kick him out of precaution if he wasn't there? Since I'm on the topic of calling him out for inciting, I want to point out the fact that no one has called you an insider besides me and the viewers. If you watch Shane and Ardo's videos, you don't hear them saying you're an insider. However, I am calling you out for inciting the tribe because you knew by the announcement that those tames are FFAs and are tribe tames. with you knowing that you willingly took tribe tames for a selfish matter of giving your friends tames that they lost the right to get. You broke the tribe rule of giving them the tames since they turned into FFA tribe tames. Not only is that part inciting, but the fact that you took your tames without letting the admin check for spay and neuter is also inciting. When leaving the tribe, you are to let the owners know that you are going to leave, and they are to check if your tames are spayed before deciding if they deserve their tames. That being said, you said I knew you were going to leave eventually, but don't forget the fact that you wanted me to keep it from the tribe because you were going to let them know when you were going to leave. What happened to that? I don't remember seeing any of that. Kinda sus, homie. Wanna know what's also sus? The fact that you and the rest of the group, besides me and Assassin, joined the enemy tribe that was raiding us while you left. You knew the layout of our base and where our teepees were, which you ended up dropping. Also, the fact that you knew the layout of everything and couldn't make it past the room after the crouch is pretty embarrassing. That's probably why you had to call your allies to help you the second time, but we'll get to that at a later date. Since you also wanted to throw a hissy fit of Ardo and Shane saying your name when you left but not saying Benji's name, let me explain it to you since you can't comprehend it. Benji's name was not said because he was not 100% confirmed of it at the time, but thanks to him and you, we know it was 100% him. The reason they said your name instead of Benji's is because there is clear evidence of you doing what you did. You did it right in front of us. Also, the fact that you took so much offense to them saying your name just proves that you knew you insided. You took so much offense to being called an insider that you even tried to have one of us clear your name for you. If you knew you didn't inside, you wouldn't care what people think of you, but that's clearly not true. You also talk about how you think you didn't inside because you didn't strap C4 to our base before you left. If you didn't know, insiding doesn't just include blowing jennies. It also includes going behind the tribe and going behind the tribe rules to take FFA tames for selfish reasons to give to your friends in the enemy tribe. That being said, here's your evidence that you said we didn't have, buddy. I don't have any evidence from personal Discord shit like you did in your vid. I mean, I have tons of that, but I'm not swooping down to your level just yet. Just know that context is everything.